Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, welcome back to another episode of the MikeyTMMA show. In this video right here, we're going to react to the I believe his name is Paul Bearju Craig, 13-4-1 in his MMA career. We're going to be reacting to his fight against the legendary, the one, the only, the Pride legend, the UFC legend, Mauricio Shogun. That was just me giving my best Bruce Buffer impersonation. I'm really excited for this fight. Honestly, just off the top, I got Shogun. I mean, I know this is a rematch between a fight that they had in the past, and I think it went to a draw, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really interested to see how it plays out. Shogun, 27-11-1 in his career. Man, this would be a huge win. Shogun has been up and down in the last few years of his UFC run. And, you know, he gets wins, he gets losses, he beats guys he shouldn't beat, he loses the guys he should beat. I don't know, man. I think this fight could go either way. I think if I'm just off the rip, I think my money's on Shogun. Herb Dean, great ref. I'm looking forward to see. Hopefully he can keep these two gentlemen in line, because this is a fun fight. Not a lot of people will realize the first fight on this UFC 255 main card is a banger. So off the rip, we got the Bearju, Paul Craig, inside low kick, and it goes up high against Shogun. He's working the kicks to the body as well. Interesting to see, Shogun's pressuring him forward, but the Bearju is the one who is initiating action. Shogun's pressuring him forward. Man, I can see a quick knockout. I can see a submission by Paul. Quick knockout from Shogun, of course. But I mean, in their first fight, I mean, it was a split decision or a draw. I can't remember, but man, really, I mean, this is a very evenly matched fight. They're both great on the ground. They're both great on the feet. I mean, so I'd definitely say Shogun has the advantage in the feet, but Paul showed a lot of improvement in his in their first fight, as far as what he can do on the feet. So I'm really interested to see. We got a little bit of a feeling out process. Shogun throwing some big bombs off the rip. Another big bomb by Shogun. He's got Paul backed up against the fence. I'm not sure how many of those landed from Shogun, but I mean, he's definitely got Paul up against the fence. I can't tell them. Either Paul just has a really great mustache, or there's a little bit of blood already coming out of the nose. I think it's just a really great mustache. I can't really tell. Whiffed on a high kick from Paul. Oh, deep shot by Paul. And Shogun is off of his back. I'm interested to see, because Paul has a very, very high level jiu-jitsu game. Man, Shogun's going to need to get out of his position early. Paul is into side control. He is just one little, it's a half guard. He's looking to possibly step over into side control at the moment. He's getting shots in. He got a shot in, I'm sorry. Shogun's doing a really good job of his head positioning to make sure he can't get the shots in. Oh, and Paul, shots to Shogun. Shogun looked like he's about to get back to the feet, but Paul's maybe looking for a guillotine. Knees to the head from Paul. Another one. Wow. Shogun needs to get off the cage. Paul's got maybe a guillotine position. He keeps getting the knees to the head of Shogun, and Shogun drops to a knee. Oh, and Paul's looking at the submission. I can't tell where the hand positioning is. I think Shogun's going to get out of this and end up on top. And no, the Bearju reverses position. Oh, the elbows are there. Paul, I believe in a half guard position, it looked like Shogun was going to reverse and get on top, but Paul actually ended up, I'm trying to see, they have a weird, it's almost like he's holding on underneath potentially to go for the guillotine in the half guard position, but he's really throwing good shots on Shogun, and Shogun gets back up to the feet. This is where I look to see Shogun, now that he's been tested on the ground, I'm looking to see Shogun throw bombs, because I think Shogun has the better striking, like I said. Oh, and another deep shot by Paul. Oh, it's a good follow through. Shogun. Oh, and he steps over for the guillotine again. Shogun defends well. He's hand fighting, but he's giving up his back. Oh, Paul is 1 second away from getting those hands in position for the rear naked choke. Oh, and he dumps him. Oh, but Shogun ends up on top. Wow, good fight. Let's go. Shogun's on top. About a minute and a half to go in the first round. Man, what a good fight. I love seeing guys like these, Shogun, an older guy, Paul, also a veteran, who really hasn't gotten that just, top of the line win on his resume to just put him in that upper echelon of guys who, beat a Mauricio Shogun Hua. And I'd love to see, I've always been a fan of his, Shogun with some inverted shots from a really weird pretzel position they found themselves in. Oh, the left hand. Oh, and Shogun's so close to stepping out into mount. Paul is doing a great job of locking up the leg from the bottom. I believe it's the left leg of Shogun, keeping him from being able to step over and mount. And actually, Paul, if he reverses, he could end up in top here. But it does look like that Shogun is maintaining position, top position, and continuing to fire off just some annoying shots. They're at a standstill on the ground right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they stand them up here in a second, but nobody's really working to progress the position, but at the same time, there's only 15 seconds left to go in the round. So great round. Man, I don't know who I give that round to. Shogun rode it out towards the end of the round, but Paul had his moments. I guess as a man who has a bit of a financial investment in this fight, I am going to have to give that round to Shogun. However, Paul looked great. In his moments, he looked great. He had Shogun in the same positions that Shogun had him in. But Paul does look very tired on the stool. Shogun's still... we know Shogun. Shuto box, legend. Interested to see what comes out from this. Both guys actually look pretty tired on the... Nobody's really breathing heavy early. It's just obviously that first round jitters. Both guys had a lot of respect for each other after their first fight. They're showing the replays. A good takedown from Paul to start off the round. That's a 50-50 round. You could get in Paul reverse position very well from these replays. Got another takedown on Shogun. So yeah, I guess looking back on it, Shogun ended the round on top, but there was a fence grab from Shogun that they didn't catch as well. I'll give that round to Paul. But we're getting ready to start the second round, and let's see. If anybody's curious, my pick was Shogun by KO. I get a little ballsy with my picks sometimes, just trying to, score some points. I do the Verdict MMA app, which is a big thing with as far as just bragging rights with my friends. But I really thought Shogun was going to come out pressuring a lot more. And here he is, goes for the left hook. Paul's the one. Now things have reversed. Paul is on the back foot up towards the cage, and Shogun is the one pressuring forward. And Shogun is feinting. Oh, good left hook from Shogun. Paul didn't even react to it. He took it on the chin very well. But yeah, like I said, Shogun's still pressuring Paul up to the cage. Paul... He starts working his way towards the center, but he keeps getting pushed back from Shogun. Whiffs on a jab. Shogun got out of the way of it very well. They're just trading jabs right now. I'm just interested to see if the respect factor, due to the first fight and the way that ended up, plays a bigger factor into how this fight evolves. Because right now they are respecting each other on the feet a lot. I think the grappling might actually be what decides this fight. But right now, it's very equal on the feet. Paul just landed a very nice kick to the thigh, push kick to the thigh. Shogun with a nice right over the top, got out of the way of Paul's right hand. Big right by Shogun, but Paul reverses it. He might get the takedown unless Shogun plays his card right. He's deep. Paul's deep on the shot, but Shogun's defending well. He's got that whizzer over the right arm. From my amateur untrained experience, I think digging that underhook on the left-hand side would be what he needs to do to keep from going down. And yeah, he goes down again. Shogun's on his back. And Paul is almost in a mount position, almost taking the back. Paul does take the back. Shots in. Oh, Shogun needs to watch the rear naked. Oh, Shogun's in trouble. Paul's so close to getting that rear naked. Shogun is a veteran, though. If anyone can get out of this position, it's him. And Paul lost position, and Shogun gets back up. Oh, knee to the body from... Oh! Stop the takedown, Shogun. Stop the shakedown. I am a little biased just because I got a little money on Shogun. I don't know. Paul's really impressed the hell out of me tonight. I'm not going to lie. I will say this fight is very similar to the first fight. I mean, I'm not saying we're like about to see another draw. But at the same time, I mean, this fight's very close. And Shogun almost reversed position by grabbing an inverted guillotine just to reverse. It looks like Paul's got another takedown. Shogun's going to be, with 2 minutes to go. He's giving up his back. He's in a lot of trouble with the bear Jew. It's good shots from Paul. Good shots from Paul. Not looking so good for my boy Shogun right now. But, like I said, I try to call these things unbiased. I call it like I see it. Whether or not I have a little bit of money down, just completely ignore that. That's just my personal opinion. And the bear Jew, he's really about to stop him. Shogun's done. He's flat on his back. Ref's going to stop it any second. Herb steps in. The fight's over. Paul, bear Jew, Craig. With a TKO knockout over the legend, Mauricio Shogun Hua. Props to you, Paul. That was one of the best performances of your career. And to stop a legend like Mauricio Shogun like that, unbelievable. Let's see. I don't know if they're going to give us some replays right now. I'm just interested to see how it all came to. But in reality, I mean, there's no even need to watch the replay. They had a lot of respect for each other on the feet. It was really the takedowns from Paul that put Shogun where he didn't need to be. Man, I was very surprised to see Shogun. Man, I think it's about time for Shogun to call it quits, man. As much of a legend as he is and for what he was for when his time was around, just to see him Paul in the full back mount just launching in shots. It's hard to watch that as a Shogun fan. I mean, I wasn't watching MMA in 2005, but just going back and watching the Pride Grand Prix of 2005, Shogun is a legend. You don't want to see him taking beatings like this. I mean, it's just the same thing with Anderson Silva getting knocked out by Jared Cannonier. There just comes a certain time where the new cats just have your number, man. And you just got to, it's hard as a man and as a fighter to just know when your time is. I think the time's coming soon for Shogun. But with that being said, this is all for this fight. I'm going to try to get back on for the bigger fights, and we'll get those posted. But like I said, this is the MikeyTMMA show, and we are out.